Imagine diving into a world where fish have transparent heads, where worms grow longer than a blue whale, where an octopus looks like it's wearing cartoon ears, and where creatures glow in complete darkness to hunt their next meal. It sounds like science fiction, but every one of these animals is real. The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, yet we've explored less than 30% of it. That means the vast majority of Earth's largest habitat remains a mystery. Every year, scientists discover bizarre new species that challenge everything we thought we knew about life. Some have no eyes, some have no brains, others can survive crushing pressures that would instantly destroy a submarine. These aren't monsters from Hollywood. They're living proof that evolution can be stranger than imagination. So today we're descending from the sunlit surface to the darkest trenches on Earth to meet the strangest animals ever discovered in the ocean, and trust me, each one is weirder than the last. When we picture ocean life, we usually think of dolphins, sharks, whales, or colorful coral reefs. But those creatures represent only a tiny fraction of what actually lives beneath the waves. Hidden in the deep sea are animals so bizarre that many were dismissed as myths when they were first discovered. Some have transparent bodies. Others have mouths bigger than their entire body. Some can regenerate almost every part of themselves. And many seem completely impossible according to the rules of life we're familiar with on land. The reason is simple. The deep ocean is one of the harshest environments on Earth. No sunlight, near freezing temperatures, crushing pressures hundreds of times greater than at sea level. To survive there, evolution had only one option: get creative. The result is an incredible collection of animals that look more like aliens than anything found on our own planet. Let's begin our journey into the strangest underwater world ever discovered. 1. The Dumbo octopus, the ocean's flying elephant. Deep beneath the ocean, drifting nearly 4,000 meters below the surface, lives one of the cutest and strangest animals ever discovered. The Dumbo octopus. Unlike ordinary octopuses, this one has two large fins sticking out from its head, making it look remarkably similar to Disney's flying elephant. Those ears aren't actually ears at all. They're fins used to glide gracefully through the water. Instead of rapidly jetting around like other octopuses, the Dumbo simply floats above the seafloor, conserving precious energy. It survives in one of the deepest habitats on Earth, where food is scarce and pressure is immense. Remarkably, scientists have never observed one defending itself with ink. Instead, it relies entirely on staying hidden in the darkness. Sometimes the best defense is simply not being noticed. 2. The barreleye fish, the fish with a transparent head. Now imagine seeing straight through your own forehead. That's exactly what makes the barreleye fish one of the most extraordinary creatures in the sea. Its head is completely transparent. Inside that clear dome sit two bright green eyes that can rotate upwards. Why? Because prey often swims above it. Most fish must turn their bodies to look up. The barreleye simply rotates its eyes while remaining perfectly still. This clever adaptation helps it detect tiny animals silhouetted against the faint sunlight filtering down from above. Its transparent head also protects these sensitive eyes from the stinging tentacles of jellyfish, which it often steals food from. Nature solved a difficult problem with an unbelievable design. 3. The Goblin shark, a living fossil. If nightmares could swim, they'd probably look like the Goblin shark. With its long, flattened snout, ghostly pink skin, and terrifying jaws, it barely resembles modern sharks. But that's because it isn't exactly modern. Scientists call it a living fossil because its ancestors swam the oceans over 100 million years ago. Its most astonishing feature? Its jaws. When prey comes close, its entire mouth shoots forward like a spring-loaded trap. The attack happens in fractions of a second. The victim rarely has any chance of escape. Even after millions of years, this ancient hunting technique remains incredibly effective. 4. The giant isopod, nature's armored tank. At first glance, the giant isopod looks like an enormous woodlouse, except this one can grow over 50 centimeters long. Living on the deep ocean floor, these bizarre crustaceans survive where food is incredibly rare. As a result, they've evolved one remarkable ability: patience. A giant isopod can survive for years without eating. When food finally appears, perhaps a dead whale or fish, It devours as much as possible before waiting months or even years for another meal. Its thick armor protects it from predators, while its slow metabolism allows it to survive conditions that would kill most animals. It's less of a hunter and more of the ocean's ultimate survivor. 5. The Yeti crab, hairy claws that grow farms. When scientists discovered the Yeti crab in 2005, they were stunned. Its claws were covered in long, white hairs. But those hairs aren't fur, they're home to millions of bacteria. The crab actually farms these bacteria. Near hydrothermal vents, poisonous chemicals constantly pour from the Earth's crust. Most animals couldn't survive there. The bacteria living on the crab's hairy claws feed on these chemicals. The crab regularly waves its arms through the toxic water to help the bacteria grow. Then it eats its own bacterial crop. It's essentially underwater farming in one of the harshest environments on Earth. 6. The vampire squid, a monster with a misleading name. With glowing red eyes, dark webbed arms, and a cloak-like appearance, the vampire squid certainly looks frightening. Its name doesn't help, but despite its terrifying appearance, it doesn't drink blood. In fact, it's surprisingly gentle. Instead of hunting fish, it collects tiny bits of dead animals, plankton, and organic debris drifting through the water. Scientists call this marine snow. Long, sticky filaments gather the particles before the squid rolls them into food. Sometimes the scariest-looking creatures are actually among the least dangerous. 7. The bobbit worm, the ambush predator. Buried beneath the sand lies one of the ocean's most terrifying hunters, the bobbit worm. It can grow more than 3 meters long. Only its powerful jaws remain exposed above the seabed. When an unsuspecting fish swims past, the worm explodes from the sand with incredible speed. Its razor-sharp jaws clamp shut instantly. Then it drags the victim underground. The entire attack lasts less than a second. For years, aquarium owners had mysterious fish disappear overnight before finally discovering one of these hidden predators buried beneath the sand. 8. The anglerfish, the queen of the deep. Few animals symbolize the deep sea better than the anglerfish. Living in complete darkness, it carries its own fishing rod. A glowing lure hangs above its enormous mouth. Curious prey investigate the mysterious light. That's exactly what the anglerfish wants. One snap gone. Even stranger is its love life. In some species, tiny males permanently attach themselves to females. Eventually, they lose nearly all of their organs. Only their reproductive system remains, living as a permanent part of the female's body. It's one of the most bizarre reproductive strategies anywhere in nature. 9. The sea pig, the ocean floor's vacuum cleaner. Despite its adorable nickname, the sea pig is actually a type of sea cucumber. It waddles across the deep sea floor using tiny tube-like legs. Its mission? Cleaning. As dead plants and animals slowly sink from above, sea pigs vacuum up the nutritious leftovers buried in the mud. Thousands of them may gather wherever food is plentiful. Without these strange cleaners, the ocean floor would quickly become buried beneath decaying organic matter. Sometimes the strangest creatures perform the most important jobs. The deeper we explore the ocean, the stranger life becomes. Transparent heads, hairy farming claws, flying octopuses, spring-loaded sharks, blood-red squids that don't drink blood. Each of these incredible animals reminds us that nature doesn't follow our expectations. It follows survival. The deep sea is Earth's greatest frontier, a place where evolution has spent hundreds of millions of years experimenting with forms, behaviors, and survival strategies unlike anything on land. And the most astonishing part? Scientists estimate that millions of marine species may still be undiscovered. That means somewhere beneath the waves, right now, there are creatures even stranger than the ones we've seen today, waiting hidden in the darkness. Proof that the greatest mysteries on Earth aren't in outer space. They're beneath the ocean's surface.